Hi guys, it's Hani here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna be making Disney emoji Finding Dory cookies. I am going to show you how to make grouchy but good-hearted octopus Hank, friendly Dory, and curious Nemo. So let's get started. All of these cookies were hand cut, and you can find templates for all of them in my blog post. A link to the blog post is going to be in the description box under the video. Starting with the Nemo, I'm using orange royal icing, 15-second consistency. While the icing is still wet, take black royal icing and make the eyes. This is also 15-second consistency. Now take white royal icing and add the very top. I'm going to let this crust for about 20-30 minutes, and then we can add the fins. Add a black outline at the very top, and then use a needle tool and drag the black through the orange. Wipe the tip of the needle tool every time you drag it through the orange so you don't accidentally transfer orange into the black. In the past, I have already done some Nemo cookies, and you can check them out on my YouTube channel. I'm going to also include links to those videos in the description box. Now let it dry completely and then use edible marker. If you have to, you don't have to use edible marker to do this, but sometimes I find it easier to do the marker first. So the pipe design is somewhat mirrored, especially with eyebrows. I have a hard time with that. And then use brown royal icing to pipe the eyebrows and the mouth as well. And that's how you can make Nemo cookies. And now we are ready to make the Hank, the octopus. So to get the tentacles just right, I made a paper template. I used X-Acto knife to cut it out, and here I'm using edible marker to trace the outlines on my cookie. And now we're gonna outline with red. Now take darker orange royal icing and flood portion of the tentacle just along the bottom edge, and then take lighter orange and pipe oval shapes onto the wet. Now take red royal icing and finish flooding the tentacles. By now the outline we did should be crusted, so you can start flooding the whole body. Try to avoid flooding over the crusted outline, especially the ones in the middle. Use a needle tool to distribute the icing evenly, and while the icing is still wet, we're going to make the eyes. So Hank has blue eyes, so I'm gonna use blue royal icing. After this, we're gonna have to let it dry, and then we can add details. I'm using some piping consistency red royal icing to finish the tentacles, and then we're also going to add eyebrows and mouth. To make the eyebrows, I'm using icing that I colored with some brown food coloring, and I added a touch of burgundy. For the eyebrows, you can use thicker icing and use your needle tool to smooth it out so it's not bumpy. Make the mouth, and good-hearted octopus Hank is done. And the last, of course, Friendly Dory. So I'm using a template to trace the mouth shape. Use a little bit of dark blue royal icing and brush it on, let it dry, and then we're gonna add teeth with white royal icing. Let those crust, and then we can outline the mouth and flood the body. Take a lighter shade blue and make the dots, or I should say freckles. Now with black you can add more details. I'm using 15-second consistency for all the details. I'm piping onto the wet dark blue. Let it crust for about 20-30 minutes, and then you can start adding fins. So first I'm gonna outline each fin. And then we can flood it. I'm starting with the side fins. We're gonna have to let this dry completely, and then we can finish up by adding eyes, eyebrows. I'm also going to outline the mouth, and I'm going to use edible marker to finish the fins. I think this turned out really cute. I love how all of these cookies turned out. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And here is the finished Dory. And also I wanted to guys talk about the notifications. Some of you are not getting any notifications about my new videos. Be sure that you hit the bell button right by the subscribe button so you get all the notifications. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.